Habits that silently stress your brain as you age. Fix them tonight. If you're over 60 or love someone who is, this may be the most important message you hear this year. I'm a professor of brain health, and I've watched proud, independent people lose words, balance, confidence, not because of fast food, but because the rules of their body quietly changed after 60. The same foods, the same pills, a different response. At night, vessels stiffen, thirst cues fade, and innocent routines can jolt blood flow to the brain. That's not a scare tactic. It's physiology you can master. Tonight, I'll show you 9 tiny triggers, timing mistakes, hydration slip-ups, supplement stacks, and the simple swaps that keep your favorite foods on the plate while making your mornings steadier. 6S. Stay to the end for a printable 7-day brain-safe rhythm you can start tonight. If clarity, memory, and independence matter to you, tap subscribe and turn on the bell. Comment 1 if you're in. 0 if you want the ultra-simple version. Your next sunrise can feel different, starting now. Before we change a single food, let me show you the quiet rule that shifts after 60, and why timing often beats restriction. Your brain after 60 isn't fragile, it's precise. It wants calm, predictable conditions so blood, oxygen, and nutrients arrive on time, especially at night. Aging doesn't cancel health, it changes the rules. Arteries stiffen a little, the body's thirst alarm rings softer, kidneys handle fluid differently, and common medications nudge blood pressure and clotting in opposite directions. The same dinner that felt fine at 40 can land differently at 70. Not because the food turned bad, but because your biology turned wise and specific. Here are 3 quiet shifts to respect. 1. Overnight, pressure naturally dips. If fluids are low or vessels are too relaxed, that dip can go too far in some people. 2. Blood gets a touch thicker when you're underhydrated. Stack that with a late salty meal or a diuretic beverage, and the flow may feel less smooth by morning. 3. Supplements and prescriptions can amplify each other. A natural helper at 9 p.m. might tug your chemistry the wrong way at 3 a.m. None of this is a verdict. It's a set of dials you can turn. Your plan is rhythm, not restriction. Place bigger meals earlier. Keep dinner lighter and farther from bedtime. Sip water evenly through the day with a small, clinician-approved pre-bed sip. And log any new supplement or tea you add so your care team can see the whole picture. 2s. When you move carbs next to protein and healthy fat, sugar lands gentler. When you keep greens consistent week to week, your anticoagulant dose isn't forced to chase you. When you avoid stacking diuretics late, you protect the quiet hours your brain loves most. Small levers, big mornings. If you like frameworks, use this. 4 levers: timing, hydration, pairing, disclosure. Timing: eat the heaviest meal at lunch and finish dinner 2 to 3 hours before bed. Hydration: front-load your water and keep a gentle trickle, not a flood, after dusk. Pairing: never let fast carbs travel alone. Add protein, fiber, and a little fat so the curve stays smooth. Disclosure: write down every pill, powder, and tea, and bring it to your clinician so nothing tugs in secret. 0s. This video is education, not personal medical advice. Your conditions and medications are unique, so partner with your clinician to tailor these moves. What should you feel when this works? Clearer first words, a steadier first step, less thumping in your temples when you stand. You'll notice it in the first 10 minutes after waking, the brain's way of saying, "Thank you for the smoother night." Keep a tiny notebook by the bed. Circle mornings that felt steady and note what you did the evening before. Patterns will appear faster than any rule list. Before we touch specific foods, we'll tune the lever that trips up the most people on blood thinners. Consistency with vitamin K-rich greens. Not less, not more. Steady. Sevenths. Ready to set cruise control on your greens so your brain gets a calmer night. First lever up next. How to keep vitamin K foods consistent so your medication doesn't have to chase your plate. Vitamin K helps your blood clot. Many leafy greens naturally contain it. Anticoagulant medicines push in the opposite direction to prevent dangerous clots. The problem isn't the greens. The problem is inconsistency. Big swings from lots to none that force your medication to chase your plate. Think of your treatment like a cruise control system. If your greens intake jumps on Monday, dips on Tuesday, and disappears by Friday, the system keeps tapping the brakes and gas to keep speed. Your brain prefers a steady road. Here's the simple, safer approach. Steady, repeatable portions, week after week, agreed upon with your clinician. That means picking a serving size and sticking with it. Not zero, not swings, nines. For most people who enjoy greens, one consistent cooked service at the same mealtime each day is easier for both you and your care team. Let's make this practical with a 3-step plan. Step 1. Baseline. For the next 3 days, eat normally and write down every vitamin K-rich food: spinach, kale, collards, chard, parsley, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and any green smoothies. Note the form. Raw cup versus cooked half cup can be very different in vitamin K density. Step 2. Choose your lane. Decide on a daily target that fits your taste and your clinician's guidance, such as 1/2 cup cooked greens at lunch, Monday through Sunday. Step 3. Keep the lane. Hold that portion steady for 14 days, then review your lab guidance and how you feel in the morning. A quick story to show the point. James, 76, loved health kicks. One week, he'd eat kale salads every night. The next, none at all. His numbers bounced, and his mornings felt shaky. We didn't ban kale. We gave it a parking spot, 1/2 cup cooked at lunch most days, and kept it there. Within 2 weeks, his readings stabilized, and his mornings felt calmer. A few details that matter. Cooked versus raw. Cooking wilts greens, packing more leaves into a smaller volume. A 1/2 cup cooked can equal several cups raw. Smoothies. A blender can hide large amounts of greens. Measure before blending so you don't accidentally triple your portion. Frozen. Convenient and consistent. Measure after cooking to match your chosen serving. Zeros. Supplements. Multivitamins or greens powders may contain vitamin K. If you add or remove them, tell your clinician so the plan stays aligned. What about days out or holidays? Keep the pattern even if the exact vegetable changes. If you swap spinach for broccoli, aim for a similar cooked volume and the same mealtime. If a party pushes you off schedule, return to baseline the very next day and let your care team know if big changes lasted more than a couple of days. Red flags to watch for, and when to call your team. Easy bruising or unusual bleeding. Sudden diet shifts that last more than a day or two. New supplements, new antibiotics, or big appetite changes from illness. Your clinician would rather adjust with you early than rescue you late. 9s. Your micro checklist for the fridge. Consistent serving? Yes. Same mealtime? Yes. Logged for 14 days? Yes. Told my clinician about all pills, powders, and teas? Yes. Do these 4, and you remove one of the most common nighttime wobblers for people on anticoagulants. Education note. This video teaches general principles, not personal medical advice. Your medications and conditions are unique. Partner with your clinician to set the portion that fits you. Ready to steady your greens so your medicine doesn't have to chase your plate. Good. Because the next lever is about calcium and oxalates, and why late-night stacking can make the night feel heavier than it has to. 2 songs. Up next, how to time calcium, vitamin D, and higher oxalate foods so your vessels and kidneys enjoy a smoother night. Oxalates are natural compounds found in some vegetables, nuts, and grains. Calcium is the mineral many of us supplement after 60 for bones and heart. On paper, they sound friendly, but timing and dose matter as we age. In some older adults, especially with sensitive kidneys or certain supplements, late-night stacking of high oxalate foods with calcium or vitamin D can make the night feel heavier than it needs to. This isn't a ban on greens. It's a placement strategy so your brain and vessels enjoy a smoother night. What are higher oxalate foods to place earlier in the day? Spinach, beet greens, Swiss chard, rhubarb, almonds and cashews, cocoa, sweet potatoes, and certain grain brands. Lower oxalate swaps you can rotate include arugula, kale, bok choy, romaine, and watercress. Shiraz. Rotation keeps your plate colorful while avoiding all the load in one leaf. Why does timing help? Overnight, your body naturally runs a little drier and pressure runs lower. If you add a late salad heavy in oxalate plus a bedtime calcium or vitamin D pill, the chemistry may feel less smooth for some people by morning, especially if kidneys are already doing extra work. Again, this is not doom. It's a dial you can turn. Here's a 4-step senior smart plan. Step 1. Move the supplement. If your clinician agrees, take calcium and vitamin D with breakfast or lunch, not at bedtime, so your evening has fewer moving parts. Step 2. Place the plant. Enjoy higher oxalate foods earlier in the day and keep dinner greens to lower oxalate options most nights. Step 3. Cook smart. Boiling or blanching high oxalate greens and discarding the water can lower oxalate more than a light sauté. Press or squeeze cooked leaves before plating. Step 4. Pair wisely. If you love spinach at lunch, pairing with a food-based calcium source, like a little yogurt or fortified plant milk, can keep oxalate bound in the gut rather than arriving late at night. Use supplements only as your clinician directs. Let's make it tangible. Marvin is 72 and diligent about bones. He took calcium at bedtime and ate a spinach salad at 8 p.m. Mornings felt thick and slow. We didn't remove spinach. We moved it to lunch, boiled and drained, and shifted calcium to breakfast per his clinician. Within a week, he described his first 10 minutes as lighter, clearer, steadier. Details that protect you. Sis. Forms matter. A tightly packed half cup of cooked spinach can equal several cups raw. Measure cooked portions when tracking. Smoothies hide load. A blender can turn handfuls of greens into one glass. Measure before blending so you don't triple your serving without noticing. Powders and multis. Some greens, powders, and multivitamins include vitamin K or added minerals. If you start or stop them, tell your clinician so the plan stays aligned. Vitamin C. High-dose vitamin C can raise oxalate in some people. If you supplement heavily, ask your care team how that fits your kidneys and stones history. Try a 3-day micro-experiment. Day 1 to 3, move calcium and vitamin D to breakfast. Place any spinach or beet greens at lunch. Use a lower oxalate green at dinner, and hydrate steadily through the day with only a small clinician-approved sip near bedtime. 6. Each morning, rate the first 10 minutes. Steadiness of step, clarity of words, sense of lightness. Patterns will speak quickly. Your fridge checklist. Move KD to AM or midday. Okayed by clinician? Yes. High oxalate foods at lunch? Yes. Dinner greens mostly lower oxalate? Yes. Cook and drain high oxalate leaves? Yes. Steady hydration, no large late chugs? Yes. 5 small yeses, 1 calmer night. Education note. This video teaches general principles, not personal medical advice. If you have kidney stones, chronic kidney disease, parathyroid issues, or are on specific bone medications, your plan must be individualized with your clinician. You've placed your plants and shifted your pills. 7s. The next lever is the quiet hinge of the entire night. Hydration. Not more water, but better timing, so vessels stay smooth without waking you up. Up next, nighttime dehydration. The small sip strategy that protects sleep and steadies your first 10 minutes tomorrow. Your brain's favorite bedtime story is steady flow. Not too much, not too little. After 60, the body's thirst alarm rings softer, kidneys handle fluid differently, and many evening habits nudge water out of you when you most need calm circulation. The result for some people is thicker blood overnight and wobbly first minutes in the morning. Foggy words, lightheaded steps, a pulse that feels a little jumpy. We're not going to flood you. We're going to place water so the night stays smooth and sleep stays kind. Here's the idea in one sentence. Front load by day, trickle at dusk, tiny top off before bed. That rhythm keeps vessels happy without waking you for bathroom trips. If you have heart, kidney, or fluid restriction instructions, this section is a conversation starter with your clinician, not a solo mission. First, daytime anchors you can reuse every day. Anchor A after waking. A gentle 6 to 10 ounces within the first hour to refill the tank from sleep. Anchor B. Late morning, another small glass, especially if you had coffee or tea earlier, because caffeine asks your kidneys to let a little extra go. Anchor C. With lunch. Sip, don't chug. You're setting up a calm afternoon curve. Anchor D. Mid-afternoon, 1 more modest glass. Add a few bites of hydrating foods, berries, orange slices, cucumber, or soup if that fits your plan. These anchors do most of the work, so the evening can stay light. Now the evening pattern, the part that protects your night. Early evening, about 2 to 3 hours before bed. A small glass if you're thirsty. Keep dinner gently salted per your clinician, so water stays where it should. 3s. 60 to 90 minutes before lights out. A small 6 to 8 ounce room temperature sip, enough to smooth the night, not enough to send you pacing at 2 a.m. Place the glass on the same coaster every night. The brain loves routines it can find in the dark. If you often wake dry-mouthed, keep a bedside carafe for one slow sip only. Train your body that night is for rest, not refills. What quietly undoes this plan? A stack of diuretics late, multiple cups of caffeinated tea or coffee, alcohol nightcaps, or detox blends marketed for water loss. Also speeding up at night, big salty dinners, spicy foods that send you reaching for extra water, heavy sweating from late workouts without earlier rehydration. Your fix is simple. Move those earlier or scale them down so your vessels get a peaceful window to coast. A quick story for confidence. Elaine is 78, careful and kind to everyone but herself. She limited evening water so she wouldn't wake her husband, then drank a big glass right at bedtime to ease guilt. She woke twice to pee and started most mornings woozy. We kept her daytime anchors, gave her the 60 to 90-minute small sip, and placed a one-sip carafe on her nightstand. 2 weeks later, her first 10 minutes felt steady, and her husband slept through too. Let's add a gentle self-check you can do without gadgets. When you use the bathroom in the afternoon, note your urine color. Pale straw is usually a better sign than dark amber for many people. This isn't perfect science, but it's a friendly clue your body offers for free. STARCHY-SWEET. If you're on B vitamins or medications that change urine color, rely more on routine and how you feel on waking. Steadier step, clearer first sentence, calmer breath. Electrolytes deserve a clear note. Not everyone needs an electrolyte drink, and some are sugary or too salty for your plan. If you cramp at night, stand and feel swimmy, or sweat heavily during the day, ask your clinician whether a low-sugar electrolyte option earlier in the day makes sense for you. The goal is not to chase symptoms at midnight. It's to arrive at bedtime already balanced. Travel and hot weather can scramble even the best routine. On travel days, pack a small bottle and set phone reminders for your daytime anchors. In heat, nudge anchors slightly larger and keep the pre-bed sip small so sleep remains protected. If you wake more than twice a night to urinate for several nights in a row, or notice swelling in legs or hands, that is a call your clinician signal. Your plan needs tailoring. Try a 72-hour mini-experiment to feel the difference. Day 1. Establish anchors AD. Avoid late diuretics. Take the pre-bed small sip. Day 2. Same anchors. If you drank caffeine after 2 p.m., add 2 extra daytime ounces, not nighttime glugs. Day 3. Repeat. On waking each day, rate your first 10 minutes from 1 to 5 for steadiness, clarity, and mood. Circle the best morning and keep that previous evening as your template. Your fridge checklist. Anchors AD done? Yes. No late diuretic stack? Yes. Small pre-bed sip only? Yes. One sip carafe on nightstand? Yes. 6s. Morning feel rated for 3 days? Yes. 5 small yeses buy you a calmer night and a kinder morning. Education note. This is general guidance, not personal medical advice. If you live with heart failure, kidney disease, dialysis, or fluid restrictions, build this rhythm with your clinical team. Precision beats guesswork every time. You've smoothed the river for the night. The next lever prevents a different kind of wobble. The sugar swing from SOLO-CARB bedtime snacks. We'll pair and place evening bites so blood sugar lands softly and sleep stays quiet. Up next, SOLO-CARB bedtime snacks. How to pair or move them earlier so your brain wakes steady, not startled. Plain starch at night can behave like a trapdoor. Quick rise, hard drop, noisy hormones in between. Crackers, dry cereal, white toast, rice cakes, fruit juice, even a big bowl of grapes can spike and then dip blood sugar while you sleep. Your body responds with counter-regulatory hormones that tighten vessels, quicken pulse, and fragment sleep. You wake groggy, edgy, a little off balance. We're not banning comfort. We're going to place and pair it so the curve stays gentle. Here's the rule that protects your night. No carbs travel alone after dusk. If you truly need a bite, keep it small, paired, and finished at least 2 hours before lights out. Ones. Examples that land softly. Half-cup unsweetened Greek yogurt with a few walnuts, cottage cheese with sliced strawberries, a boiled egg and 2 whole-grain crackers, a small apple with a tablespoon of peanut butter. Skip sweet drinks entirely. Juice, sweet tea, soda, because liquid sugar hits fast and loud. Better yet, move your starch earlier and build a protein-first lunch so evening hunger doesn't roar. Think grilled chicken or tofu, beans, leafy veg, olive oil. Let slow carbs share the plate, not dominate it. Brew coffee or strong tea after you've eaten in the morning, so caffeine rides a stable base, not an empty stomach. If you use diabetes medications or insulin, this is your cue to coordinate bedtime habits with your clinician. Night hypoglycemia and early morning highs can masquerade as just bad sleep. Zeros. Write down bedtime snacks, meds, and your wake-up feel for 3 days. Patterns jump out fast. 3-night mini-test to prove it to yourself. Night 1. No snack after dinner. Pre-bed small water sip only. Night 2. If hungry, choose one paired option from above. Stop 2 hours before bed. Night 3. Move any starch to lunchtime and go protein forward at dinner. Each morning, rate the first 10 minutes. Steadiness, clarity, mood, from 1 to 5. Keep the evening pattern that gave you the calmest start. Fridge checklist. No solo carbs after dusk? Yes. If a snack, is it paired and small? Yes. Finished? 2 hours before bed? Yes. Logged for 3 nights with morning score? Yes. 4 yeses buy you quieter sleep and steadier words at sunrise. Zeros. Education note. General education, not personal medical advice. If you're adjusting diabetes meds, do it with your clinician. Next, supplements. How natural helpers can quietly stack with blood thinners and the simple disclosure habit that keeps you safe. Just natural doesn't mean weak, and over-the-counter doesn't mean idle. Concentrated extracts, garlic, ginkgo, fish oil at high dose, curcumin, nattokinase, bromelain, high-dose ginger, even some green tea concentrates, can add to thinning or antiplatelet effects in some people on anticoagulants or daily aspirin. The risk is the stack, not the sprinkle in dinner. Treat every capsule, tincture, tea, and powder like a medication your clinician needs to see. Make a 1-page list. Name, form, dose, time of day, reason you take it. Bring it to every appointment and dental or procedure visit. If you add or stop anything, update the list the same day. This tiny habit prevents silent tug-of-war in your bloodstream at 2 a.m. Safer defaults while you coordinate. 7s. Prefer culinary amounts of herbs in meals over extract capsules unless your care team approves the capsule and timing. Be careful with multi-ingredient blends. More is not more. More is unknown. Learn the peri-procedure instructions your clinician gives you. Follow them exactly so clotting balance is right when it matters most. What to watch and when to call. Easy bruising, nosebleeds, bleeding gums, black stools, unusual or severe headache, sudden weakness or slurred speech. Do not wait. Seek care and tell them every product you take. Your team would rather adjust early than rescue late. A quick story to anchor this. Ruth, 80, started a heart-healthy stack she saw online. Garlic extract, fish oil, turmeric caps, plus her prescribed thinner. She felt lighter until headaches and new bruises appeared. 0. We kept garlic only in cooking, paused extra capsules per her clinician, and synchronized fish oil timing to daytime or stopped it based on her plan. The bruises faded and sleep steadied because the stack stopped pulling at night. Fridge checklist. 1-page list of all pills, powders, teas, yes. Culinary herbs preferred over capsules unless approved, yes. Peri-procedure rules saved and followed, yes. New bleeding or severe headache? Call now, yes. 4 yeses keep helpers helpful and nights quiet. Education note. General education, not personal medical advice. Anticoagulants and antiplatelets vary. Tailor choices with your clinician. Now the opposite issue. When foods and drinks that open vessels combine with BP meds and drop pressure too low, especially overnight. Open vessels feel great until the floor falls out. Some choices relax vessels. Beet juice and nitrate-rich foods, hibiscus tea, high-dose magnesium, large quercetin intakes from onions or supplements, hot baths or sauna late. Add evening blood pressure medication, and in sensitive people the pressure dip can go too far at night. Result: lightheaded first steps, seeing stars, brain fog on waking. We want openness with a floor. Your strategy is gradual and measured. Introduce one change at a time, at a small dose, preferably earlier in the day. For 1 week after any new vessel-relaxing habit, log home BP morning and evening. Seated for 5 minutes. Feet on floor. Arms supported at heart level. 2 readings 1 minute apart. Note symptoms on standing. None, mild, or whoa. 9s. If standing makes the room sway, sit, breathe, sip a little water, and talk with your clinician about timing or dose. Evening routine that protects the floor. Rise slowly from chairs, sit to put on shoes, pause at bedside before standing in the night. Keep a small water sip available, not a full glass chug. Avoid stacking multiple vasodilators late. No beet shot and hibiscus pot and hot bath at 9 p.m. Spread them to daytime if you enjoy them. Electrolytes and salt deserve nuance. If you run very low on sodium, pressure can wobble when you stand. If you run too high, vessels strain. Personalize sodium with your clinician and emphasize potassium-rich whole foods if your kidneys allow. Gentle. Even hydration by day keeps volume steady without flooding the night. 1s. A real-world pivot. Harold loved an evening hibiscus pot and a long hot soak. On BP meds, he woke lightheaded for months. We moved hibiscus to late morning, kept soaks short and earlier, and added a slow sit-to-stand habit at night. His mornings stopped tilting. 7-day check to confirm your floor. Days 1-2, no late vasodilators, log BP morning, evening, note standing feel. Days 3-4, add 1 favorite opener before noon, keep logging. Days 5-7, if all steady, try a small serving mid-afternoon, avoid after dinner. Keep the pattern that gives you quiet mornings and clean notes. Fridge checklist. 1 change at a time? Yes. Earlier in the day? Yes. BP logged AM/PM for 7 days? Yes. 6s. No stack of openers late? Yes. 4 yeses hold the floor while you enjoy the benefits. Education note: general education, not personal medical advice. If you have frequent near fainting, new dizziness, or falls, contact your clinician urgently. Timing or dosing may need a professional reset. With the floor steady, we set the day's curve at the start. Next up, a protein-first breakfast that keeps your brain calm till lunch. Breakfast sets the trajectory for your vessels, energy, and focus. A starchy, sweet start. Grits, cornflakes, pastries, pancakes, fruit juice, syrup on an empty stomach, spikes fast and crashes early, nudging stress hormones and wobbling blood pressure for some people. The fix isn't deprivation, it's order and pairing. After 60, your muscles and brain respond better when protein shows up first. Aim for 25-35 grams of protein at breakfast, then let slow carbs ride shotgun. Examples that land gently: 2 eggs with sautéed mushrooms and spinach, Greek yogurt with chia and blueberries, cottage cheese with sliced peaches and walnuts, tofu scramble with peppers and a small slice of whole grain toast. Add a drizzle of olive oil or a few nuts to steady the curve. Love oatmeal or corn grits. 6. Keep them paired and portioned. Stir in protein, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, tofu cubes, or a measured scoop your clinician approves. Top with seeds for fiber. Skip syrup floods. If you enjoy fruit, choose whole fruit and keep servings modest. Liquids hit too fast. Caffeine lands better after a few bites of protein and fat. Coffee on an empty stomach can amplify jitters and tilt pressure in sensitive people. Anchor it with food so your morning stays even. 7-day rotation you can copy and tape to the fridge. Mon. Eggs plus spinach plus tomato, half-slice whole grain toast. 2. Greek yogurt plus chia plus berries plus a few almonds. Wed. Cottage cheese bowl with pineapple tidbits plus pumpkin seeds. Thu. Tofu scramble with onions and peppers. Small side of oats stirred with yogurt. Free. Smoked salmon or white beans on avocado toast, small slice. Sat. Veggie omelet, orange wedges. Sun. Protein-boosted oatmeal with walnuts. Cinnamon, no syrup. 3 morning check to prove it to yourself. Morning 1, eat protein first. Morning 2, repeat. Morning 3, try your old starchy-sweet routine. On each day, rate the first 10 minutes after waking. Steadiness, clarity, mood, from 1 to 5. Keep the pattern that gave you the calmest score. Fridge checklist. Protein 25-35 degree? Yes. Carbs paired, not solo? Yes. Coffee after food? Yes. First 10 minutes rated? Yes. 4 small yeses, 1 steady morning. Education note: this is general education, not personal medical advice. 9s. If you live with kidney disease or specific protein limits, tailor targets with your clinician. Midday can handle acids and aged flavors better than late night. Next, we'll time tomato-rich and histamine-heavy foods so they help, not haunt. Some dinners feel fine at noon but loud at night. Tomato-rich sauces, citrusy dressings, aged cheeses, cured meats, vinegars, wine, and leftovers that sat a while can bother histamine-sensitive folks after dark. Headaches, restless sleep, foggy start. You don't need a blacklist. You need a clock and a notebook. Try this placement rule for 2 weeks. Heavy tomato or vinegar dishes at lunch. Simpler, lower acid plates at dinner. Mostly cooked veg, a calm protein, and slow carbs in modest portions. Keep sodium gentle so pressure doesn't swing. Finish dinner 2 to 3 hours before bed. If you love sauce at night, make it smaller and softer. Simmer longer, add olive oil, and serve over a bigger base of cooked veg instead of a mountain of pasta. Swap sharp vinaigrettes for milder dressings at dinner. Keep the zippy ones for lunch when your system is more resilient. Support minerals earlier in the day. Magnesium-rich foods, beans, lentils, leafy greens, seeds, play nicer at breakfast and lunch for sensitive people. Potassium-rich whole foods, if your kidneys allow. Support a calmer pressure curve. Confirm with your clinician if you have kidney or heart conditions. Minute a day journal that pays off fast. Write 3 lines each night. What you ate, when, and how you felt on waking. In a week, patterns will point to your personal, quiet window. Restaurant and family events tip. If dinner will be rich or acidic, keep lunch lighter on acids, hydrate steadily by afternoon, and skip nightcaps. Alcohol plus aged foods stacks histamine for some people. 5s. Fridge checklist? Acidic aged foods at lunch? Yes. Milder dinner, finished 2 to 3 hours before bed? Yes. Journal 3 lines nightly? Yes. Mineral support foods earlier? Yes. 4 yeses turn mystery into map. Education note. General education, not personal medical advice. If you have reflux, migraines, or mast cell issues, coordinate timing with your clinician. Pressure can also wobble when electrolytes are too low. Next, we personalize sodium and support potassium the smart way. Salt isn't the villain or the hero. It's the volume knob on your circulation. Aggressive low-sodium routines, diuretics, hot weather, diarrhea, or low intake can leave some older adults a bit undersalted, inviting lightheaded mornings and wobbly steps. On the other hand, too much sodium strains vessels. The answer is personalization, not punishment. Start with your clinician's target, not a generic headline. Share your blood pressure log, meds, and any dizziness on standing. Ask where your sodium range should sit and how to adjust during heat, illness, or travel. Build the base with whole foods. If kidneys allow, emphasize potassium-rich choices, beans, lentils, leafy greens, squash, bananas, avocado, oranges, because potassium helps balance sodium's effects. 4s. If you live with kidney disease or are on certain meds, this may be restricted. Confirm before boosting. Hydrate evenly by day. Avoid giant late chugs. Rise slowly, pause at the bedside, flex your feet, and take a breath before standing. If mornings feel floaty, note the timing of diuretics and salty foods. Sometimes the simplest fix is moving a salty bowl to lunch and spreading fluids across the afternoon. At-home checks that help without gadgets. Track a week of mornings with 3 marks. Steady step, yes, no. Clear first sentence, yes, no. No head rush, yes, no. Align the best mornings with the previous day's sodium and fluid pattern. Travel and summer plan. In heat, nudge daytime fluids slightly up and carry a small, clinician-approved electrolyte if you sweat. Keep the pre-bed sip small to protect sleep. 5s. If your ankles swell or you wake several times to urinate, that's a call your clinician signal. Your plan needs fine-tuning. Fridge checklist. Personal sodium target set with clinician? Yes. Potassium-rich whole foods if allowed? Yes. Even hydration, slow rise from bed? Yes. Mornings logged for a week? Yes. 4 yeses build a steady floor under your pressure. Education note. General education, not personal medical advice. Kidney, heart, and medication factors change the map. Tailor before you tweak. You've tuned the 9 levers. Now let's make them automatic. the brain-safe plate, and the 7-day rhythm. Blueprint first, then a week you can repeat. On the plate, half non-starchy vegetables, mostly cooked for easy tolerance, 1/4 protein, 1/4 slow carbs, a drizzle of olive oil, and berries when you like them. In time, larger meal at lunch, lighter dinner 2 to 3 hours before bed, small pre-bed sip if approved. In practice, share a full list of meds and supplements with your clinician. Keep vitamin K greens consistent, pair carbs, and test acidic foods at lunch if sensitive. Your 7-day brain-safe rhythm. Monday, protein first breakfast. Lunch is main plate. 10-20-minute easy walk after lunch. Dinner light, cooked veg plus protein. Pre-bed small sip. Tuesday, same anchors. Add beans or lentils at lunch. Rotate greens. Take calcium vitamin D in the morning if clinician agrees. No late diuretics. 6s. Wednesday, tomato-rich dish at lunch. Dinner mild. Record first 10 minutes tomorrow. Thursday, try a new cooked green low in oxalate at dinner. Keep portion steady. Log it. Friday, social day. If dinner out, simplify lunch. Hydrate by afternoon. Skip nightcap. Finish dinner early if possible. Saturday, comfort meal at lunchtime. Evening calm and early. Short stretch before bed. Sunday, review week's notes. Circle the best morning. Copy the evening that preceded it into next week's plan. Kitchen prep that makes this easy. Roast a tray of mixed vegetables twice a week. Cook a pot of beans or lentils. Pre-portion frozen berries. Keep Greek yogurt, eggs, tofu, or lean fish ready. Place a small carafe by the bed for the 1-sip rule. Use a sticky note on the fridge. Timing, hydration, pairing, disclosure. Your 4 levers, 2s, scoreboard that tells you it's working, even without labs. On waking, mark 3 boxes. Steady step, clear first sentence, no head rush. When you hit 3 out of 3 for 3 days in a row, you've found your rhythm. Shopping list starter. Cooked friendly veg. Zucchini, carrots, green beans, peppers. Leafy greens to rotate. Beans or lentils. Eggs or tofu. Yogurt or cottage cheese. Olive oil, nuts and seeds. Whole grain bread in small slices. Berries. Citrus wedges for lunch. Low sugar electrolyte you've okayed with your clinician for daytime if needed. Fridge checklist. 1 to 2, 1-4, 1-4 plate? Yes. Lunch tugging main? Yes. Consistent greens? Yes. Paired carbs? Yes. Meds plus? Supplements list shared? Yes. 5 yeses make the week carry itself. 9s. Education note. General education, not personal medical advice. Your conditions and prescriptions are unique. Tune the rhythm with your clinician for best results. One last piece. Your gentle close and 1-step challenge for tonight. You are not fragile. You are wise. Your brain isn't asking for perfection. It's asking for kinder timing and calmer curves. Tonight, choose one tiny lever. Move your bigger meal to lunch. Pair any evening carbs. Shift supplements to morning as approved. Or place that small glass of water beside the lamp. Write it on a sticky note where your eyes land at dusk. Tomorrow, notice your first 10 minutes. Steadier steps, clearer words, a quieter pulse. That feeling is your proof. Your body saying, "Thank you." Share this with one person you love so they don't learn the hard way. If you take blood thinners, blood pressure meds, or manage kidney or diabetes issues, bring your full food and supplement list to your clinician and tailor the plan together. You deserve mornings that feel safe, clear, and yours. 0s. If this helped you, tap subscribe, turn on the bell, and tell us in the comments, "My step." Then name the tiny change you'll start tonight. Your wisdom strengthens this community. Your next sunrise starts now.